Hi everyone. Today we're going to be talking about our presentation, which is the Family Medical Leave Act, or FMLA for short, for individuals in the US compared to those in other countries. My name is Ryan Hardick, and I am a junior computer science major.
Hi, my name is Faith Bentley. I am a sophomore and I'm still technically undecided, but leaning towards public health.
Hi, I'm Brooke Painter. I am a senior and I'm a poli-sci major.
Hello, I'm Gunnar McKinley. I am a second year biomedical engineering major.
Hi, I'm Haley Pickering. I'm a freshman psychology major.
So, to get started, what is the FMLA? As I previously said, it's the Family and Medical Leave Act, and it was created in 1993. Previously, there were many situations where an employee would be forced to leave to assist their family or get medical treatment, but found themselves replaced when they returned. This act allows these employees to ensure that their job is protected. So to get a little bit more specific, the FMLA lets employees have 12 weeks of unpaid job protected leave per year. You're allowed to take this leave in blocks, such as like a few hours every single day or maybe a few months at a time, unless for the birth of a child, which must be all at once. The goals of the FMLA are to support workers in balancing family responsibilities with work, protecting job security during extended medical or family leave, and ensuring continuity of health benefits during leave. Now, there are 5 areas of criteria that would qualify someone for FMLA, and those are if an employee has a newborn child, if an employee adopts or takes in a foster child, immediate family care for a serious medical condition, if an employee has a serious health issue themselves, and in 2008 they actually added a fifth one, which is military leave preventions. And then finally, the FMLA, you have to be an eligible employee for it. So what does this mean? It means that you have to be working for your employer for at least 12 months. You also have to have at least 1,250 hours over the past 12 months. And finally, you have to be working at a location where the company employs 50 or more employees within 75 miles.
Some differing perspectives on the FMLA is that some European Union countries offer more robust policies that allow for benefits such as paid leave. This is especially evident in Sweden. Um, Leave in the US is not paid, however, which makes it inaccessible to many workers who cannot afford to lose income during life emergencies. This especially affects minorities and low-income workers. About 40% of workers are ineligible due to employer size and work hour requirements, and this disproportionately affects small businesses, rural workers, and part-time staff.
37 out of 38 OECD countries have paid leave. 75% of eligible working mothers who wanted to use FMLA in 1998 were unable to do so in America. 88% of eligible employees who needed time off were unable to because they could not live without a paycheck also in America. Most OECD countries fund pay leaves through social insurance funds that are paid through the worker, employer, and government contributions. Other countries fund these programs through taxes and health insurance. Most OECD countries, in regards to small businesses, do not exempt them from opting out of these programs. For example, Japan and South Korea, with 5 or less employees, they can opt out of these insurance plans. Women entering the workforce is also just increasing every year, making the increasing demand for these programs. Sweden is administration model and employer-based payment. Up to 16 months paid leave and 80% of their salary the parents receive for most of the leave. The remaining is just a flat rate. Regardless of income and employment status, parents' jobs are protected. They have a use it or lose it quota, which is pushing fathers to take leave and participate in childcare. They are also reducing gender gaps in workplace. The challenges with this, though, is gender inequality from long leave is still happening. There is an economic impact on employers, and women taking leave makes their setbacks in career. They have a salary reduction and also higher taxes. In Mexico, the payments are through a national social security system, which is 12 weeks paid maternity leave. And because employer bears costs that they sometimes don't want that financial burden, so they make women take pregnancy tests to confirm, even though this is illegal, it still happens because they have very weak labor laws. In Australia, it is unpaid maternity leave. They have similar backlash and programs like the US. Career opportunities are lost for a lot of women because the workforce still penalizes them for taking leave. And it's the damned if you do, damned if you don't. Also, even though companies have given them extended or flexible working hours and anti-discrimination laws, they're still not enforced.
I'll be discussing how the National Association of Social Workers aligns with the Family Medical Leaves Act. The NASW is guided by 6 core values, including service, social justice, dignity, and integrity. Their mission is to enhance well-being and support vulnerable populations, especially those facing poverty and oppression. Because of this, the NASW strongly supports workplace protections like the FMLA, which we'll now explore. The FMLA allows employees to take unpaid job-protected leave for family and medical reasons. This aligns with the key NASW values: human relationships, ensuring employees can care for loved ones without job loss, social justice and dignity, protecting vulnerable workers and giving them choices about their health and family, integrity and competence, helping prevent retaliation against employees who take leave. While the FMLA provides crucial protections, it also has some ethical concerns, which we'll discuss next. Despite its benefits, the FMLA has limitations that create ethical dilemmas. Unpaid leave. Many workers cannot afford to take unpaid time off, making the FMLA inaccessible to those who need it most. Eligibility restrictions. The law only applies to larger employers, 50 and plus employees, and requires 12 months of work. This excludes many marginalized workers, particularly those in high turnover jobs. These gaps raise concerns, leading many social workers to advocate for paid leave policies or an expansion of the FMLA protections.
For the discussion questions, the FMLA only applies to certain employers and employees. Do you think the eligibility criteria are fair? If you could propose one change to the FMLA to make it more effective or equitable, what would it be and why? For the second one, some employers worry about employees abusing FMLA leave. With safeguards could be put in place to prevent abuse without discouraging legitimate use. Explaining the questions, for the first one, FMLA has eligibility criteria that could feel restrictive, specifically smaller business or workers in more precarious jobs. The FMLA only applies to employers with 50 or more employees, causing this to leave out many people who could potentially need it. Proposing a change could be lowering the threshold for number of employees and employers need to have for FMLA to apply, allowing it to be more accessible to small businesses with those who don't have as many benefits as people in larger companies do. For the second one, to prevent abuse while not discouraging legitimate use, employers could require basic documentation, like a doctor's note, without making it too difficult on the employees. Tracking leave could be another prevention with clear guidelines. Regular check ins should be fair and transparent, not invasive, to balance trust with accountability.